Turned expert analyst Stuart Robson, and you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. It's Birmingham City and they take on Ipswich Town.
Well, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season and what it might bring. It's been a long wait, but hopefully we get a great game to kick their campaigns off. Their two holding midfield players will be key today. If they can get on the ball and dictate the play, protect the two centre-backs, it will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
This is the Ipswich team sheet.
No surprise really, they're matching up here, but there are many different ways they can approach this game, and I just think they'll be cautious today, certainly early on. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease. It's just a change of pace, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
And alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And we've got action from the Segunda División coming right up. What are your expectations for today?
We'll talk about coaches and their methods. It's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greatest desire. It should be a cracking game. So easy. What a good goal that is.
And it's time to begin another new season of the Premier League, full of the usual highs and lows. It's Liverpool, and they play Bournemouth.
Well, the atmosphere is so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. points would be a great start today, though.
The Liverpool starting lineup. Alisson is in goal. Virgil van Dijk plays alongside Ibrahima Konate as centre-backs. And the man tasked with leading the line is Ugo Ekitike. Here's the Bournemouth lineup.
Yeah, it's the same formation, and I'd expect both teams to commit. The replay, and what a run this is. They just couldn't get anywhere near him, and then he manages to keep his cool at the end and finishes it off well.
And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. What are we going to get from this one soon?
Well, the atmosphere is so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. 3 points would be a great start today, though.
Here's how the home side lines up.
It's like a 4-5-1 to me. It seems quite defensive, so I'd expect them to sit back, play tight and compact, but then they'll look to counter when they get a chance.
Visitors start the game.
It's a 4-5-1, or you could say a 4-2-3-1. This does offer plenty of threat going forward with the three behind the central striker. You may see the wide midfielders push in and the full-backs push on, while the defence is still protected from the two holding. That's a really nice finish.
Well, this should be a decent game today. Both managers will have a game plan. Both teams have a certain style of play, and both sides will want to start quickly. I'm looking forward to this. paper, they look a very balanced team. The three advanced midfielders must at times make runs beyond the centre forward. Otherwise, they might just lack a bit of penetration. In the same shape, so this comes down to who plays it better and who gets better support to their front striker. It should be a good tactical battle. Where's the defence? The keeper is completely exposed, but he still had to finish it, and he did it really well. It's a good goal.
On the gantry, and it's all about Super League here today. How do you see this one going then, Sue?
I can't wait for this one today. The atmosphere is buzzing, and I'm hoping the football lives up to it.
The hosts line up.
Well, they've gone with a 4-5-1. We know that this can be quite a defensive formation, but they'll have to be good on the counter-attack. And it's one of the midfielders. He's going to have to go box to box. And then you think the two talented wide players, they're going to have to be the creative outlet.
This is the visitors' team for today.
It's a 4-5-1, or you could say a 4-2-3-1. This does offer plenty of threat going forward with the three behind the central striker. You may see the wide midfielders cut in and the full-backs push on, while the defence is still protected from the two holding.
First arrive. I'm Derek Ray, perched here on the commentary gantry, and sitting alongside me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Bundesliga. It's Union Berlin up against Hoffenheim.
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
looks for the home side.
Well, they're going to play with a front two, which means they have to link up with each other as much as possible. If they do that well, they'll certainly pose a threat. It looks like a 5-3-2, really.
A look at the initial 11 for Hoffenheim.
Well, on paper, they look a very balanced team. But the three advanced midfielders must at times make runs beyond the centre-forward. Otherwise, they might just lack a bit of penetration.
The keeper should have done much better.
Well, here it is again, and the striker does everything right. He hits it across the goalkeeper, which makes it difficult for him, and then the player coming in is alert for the rebound. What a good goal that is.
Alongside me, ready to provide tactical analysis, is Simpson. Few better days on the football calendar than opening day in Sevilla. It's Juventus, and they take on Parma.
Now the atmosphere is so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. 3 points would be a great start to their day. replay, and just look at the way...
Is the midfielder turned expert analyst Stuart Robson, and you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. What can we expect from the game then?
Well, Guy, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season. Let's hope we get a great game to kick off the new campaign. Otherwise, they might just lack a bit of penetration.
the scene here in Yorkshire. We find ourselves at Elland Road for this one. Derek Ray here in the commentary position, joined for analysis by Sue Smith. And it is a day of renewal, the first game of the Premier League season. Always something to look forward to. It's Leeds United versus Everton.
Well, the atmosphere is so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. 3 points would be a great start today, though.
Starting 11 for Leeds United.
Well, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 when they're in possession. May go to a 4-5-1 when defending. I think the double pivot in midfield, they're key to protect the back line. They also need to get forward to support the press. There's going to be plenty of threat from the wide midfielders too, I'm sure.
And here's the team for Everton.
Well, it's very similar, isn't it? It's so important that the number 9 isn't left isolated. Both teams are going to have to make sure that they get players in and around them when they get forward.
Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and sharing commentary duties with me today is Sue Smith. An action coming up from the Spanish top division, La Liga. In Sevilla, and they face Elche.
Well, both managers will be reminding the players that it's important to get off to a quick start, really attack the opposition and put them on the back foot from the off. Hopefully we'll get a good game.
Sevilla will line up.
Yeah, a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. A lot of coaches are adopting this nowadays, as it does give you those 2 holding players, while you've still got plenty of threat from the wide wingers.
And introducing the visitors lineup today.
Well, it's very similar, isn't it? It's so important that the number 9 isn't left isolated. Both teams are going to have to make sure that they get players in and around them when they get forward.
action from the Zweite Bundesliga. It's Magdeburg, and they take on Greuther Fürth.
It's great to be here. I think it's going to be a really good game today. Both teams will be well up for it, so hopefully we're in for a treat.
And this is how the hosts will begin the game today.
Well, it looks to be a 3-4-2-1. It should be quite compact when they're out of possession, you'd think. It's just how are they going to handle those transitions, though, once they do recover the ball.
This is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
Well, it looks to be a 3-5-2, very compact in midfield, which should help provide some protection for the three centre-backs, while still offering plenty of service to the front men. He's in, it's all about...
We've got action on the way from Serie A. Your thoughts on this game then, Sue?
I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves. And full-backs are great, and the latter constantly providing overlaps to create 2v1 situations. Both have got good delivery, so it's just about getting on the end of things. This is a great system if you want to stay defensively solid. Opponents will struggle to break them down with 5 at the back and then the 3 across the midfield. We can see it again now. He does so well to slip past his man, leaves him stranded. And once he's clean, he doesn't mess about, just smashes it past the keeper. Brilliant strike.
It's time to begin another new season in Ligue 1, full of the usual highs and lows. It's Nice and they take on Toulouse.
Well, Guy, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season. Let's hope we get a great game to kick off the new campaign. With a 5-2-3, as we can see it here, but I think at times we'll see one of the centre-backs stepping forward into midfield just to make sure they don't get outnumbered in that central area.
This is the lineup for the visitors.
Well, it's a 3-4-2-1, so it's going to be interesting to see what's expected of the wing-backs here. Are they going to be high up the field or drop deeper to make a back five? Only time will tell.
Asking, where was his defence? That is inexcusable.
Well, here it is again, and I feel a bit sorry for the goalkeeper. He makes a good save to start with, but where are his defenders following in? Instead, it's the attacker who's alert, he gets to the ball first, and it's a good finish.
Live action from La Liga EA Sports. It's Athletic Bilbao facing Alaves.
Well, it's so loud in here, isn't it? The fans are really up for this one, and I'm sure the managers will be reminding them, remember what you need to focus on and block out all of that noise. To get forward to support the press. There's going to be plenty of threat from the wide midfielders too, I'm sure.
Here's the Alaves starting lineup.
Well, no real surprise to see they're also set up in the same formation. It's just how effective those wide players can be. The onus is really on them to attack those bylines and turn their fullbacks. The replay, and he does really well. He takes his man on with ease, and then he's through on goal, no hesitation at all, just puts his foot through it, rifles it past the keeper. It's a cracking finish.
You can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. What can we expect from the game?
Well, the atmosphere is so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. 3 points would be a great start today, though. Here's the replay. You do have to feel for the keeper though. He's been completely exposed. But once he's through, it's a neat finish. Very cool and collected.
Beside me in the commentary box, providing expert analysis, is Stuart Robson. And League Two action is what's on the menu coming up live. It's Oldham Athletic, and they take on Gillingham.
The scene is set, two good teams, great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. Has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Well, Lodz from Oldham town. Saturday, up and out, meet up with the match day crowd. Out of fun.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today.
Well, 4-4-2 is a good formation if it's played well. It covers most of the bases defensively, and if you can then rotate your positions when you regain possession, you can also be fluid in attack. Let's hope we see that today.
What's your game? Living life for blue means that it's me and you since a younger days.
And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
Well, I think they have a nice balance to their team. A solid back four, two holding midfielders, three creative players in advance of them, and a mobile centre forward. It's a good team.
Six from Oldham town. Six from Oldham town. Athletics will show ruffians and golden boundary park.
As you can see, this was always coming. They've been piling on the pressure. It's a well-deserved goal.
For commentary today by Sue Smith. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Arsenal up against Leeds United.
I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves.
Here are the starters for Arsenal. Declan Rice starts alongside Martin Ødegaard in central midfield. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. And a look at the starting 11 for Leeds United.
Yeah, a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. A lot of coaches are adopting this nowadays, as it does give you those two holding players, while you've still got plenty of threat from the wide wingers. Well, we can see it again now. He does so well to slip past his man, leaves him stranded, and once he's clean through, he doesn't mess about, just smashes it past the keeper. Brilliant strike.